Hello there. I have two words for you. Life happens. By that, I mean shit happens. Things that are not desired happen. And they will happen to you. Whether the near or far future, life will happen to you. Life always happens. It is that universal construct I was talking about a few episodes ago. Today I lost my phone, on top of all things, without transportation because I wrecked my car last week, to losing my phone today. Life happens. How did I respond to that? Well, I responded a lot differently today than I would have responded even weeks ago. That's because I am learning the hard way that life happens, no matter what. Beating yourself up over it is not the ideal solution. Life will happen. Shit will happen. Bad luck happens. How do we respond to those situations? I've learned that in my life, the best way I can respond to those things is by asking, why? Why is this happening? What can I learn from it? How can I do my best to remedy what I can in this crappy situation and move forward? How can I be a good person and maintain integrity of my newfound expression when things drive me mad and make me want to revert to previous states of torment and despair? Life happened to me today, and I responded calm. I lost my phone, and my first instinct was to think of, okay, well, what's a way I can get X, Y, and Z accomplished without my phone, which involved a Lyft driver, scheduling an appointment, and telling someone I would be late. Yeah, life happened, and I lost my phone. And life will happen to you. How will you respond? It took a long time to get to this place. I didn't just burp and here I am responding calmly in tough situations. Last week when I crashed my car, yes, there was that pain and agony of having totaled my car, especially when the insurance had just lapsed. But even then, aside for just some momentary, releasing of tension, I quickly uh, buckled in to a very proactive and responsive mindset. Remember, responding and reacting are two different things. One is impulsive and the other is deliberative. You intend to respond this way. Nobody ever intends to respond like jackasses, but they react that way all the time. And how can I sculpt myself so that I never react like a jackass? It's simply doing good and living out yourself as you see yourself to be in the future. When I sobered up, when that was a big life happening, when I sobered up and declared transformation over my life, I noticed I slipped into that role of responding and being proactive about things rather than lashing out at the universe and the world around me. I noticed in my own life a significant reduction of how many emotional meltdowns. In fact, I've only had one or two since my life transformation of 6 months ago, and I, I believe firmly that has been due to my new mindset, fixating on who I want to become and living out each day as that woman. Or in your case, it might be a man or something else. Life happens. How would the person you want to become respond? Seriously, ask yourself those questions. How would you respond in a tragedy? Let's just say your phone got stolen. Worse, let's say it was taken from your table by a hooligan who then sprints off with it, uncatchable. Like, nothing you can do to catch him. He's gone. How would you respond to that? You'd be surprised, I think, that if you sculpt a response to that situation that involves a level head and still an open heart for growth and transformation, I think you'd respond really well. I'm talking if this happened tomorrow and today you are like getting a visual of your future ideal self and how they would respond, I think you could walk in that a lot sooner than you think. A little bit on the same topic. When I started presenting in public as myself, dressing female, it was difficult. But I visualized, you know what? Jaina would respond this way. She would act this way. She would speak like this. She would treat others like this. I visualized those things, and it seems like overnight my presentation game was taken to the max level. I gained confidence and courage in responding to life happening all around me very calmly. I was really impressed with how I responded to coming out of this, coming out as transgender to my friends and family, and B, coming out into the world as Jaina, presenting and expressing myself. Life happened in those instances when I would get in situations that were really uncomfortable or unnerving. I responded surprisingly as the Jaina I have in my mind would respond. Maybe not all the way, maybe not perfectly, but I got more than half of the way there. And that was simply by visualizing how I would act and respond in that situation. Assuming you are transgender, and you might be if you're watching this YouTube series, you're going to have a lot of that. Life is going to happen to you every single day when you start living full time, if you haven't already. And you need to be prepared, and you need to respond, not react. There will be people, inevitably, who say some really nasty, dirty things to you because of who you are. Life happens. How do you respond to them? Do you respond out of love and courage and patience? Or do you react aggressively? Is that how you would want to react, or as who you see yourself to be? These are just little nuggets of thought. Life happens. People are going to be jerks. People are going to have opinions about you. And they're allowed to. That's right. Everyone is allowed opinions. They might not be legit, like kosher opinions, for lack of a better phrase. They might not be good human beings, but everyone is allowed opinions. And that's just people. And there's accidents like I experienced last week, or losing my phone like I experienced today, or gradually getting into crippling alcoholism, which was a process that lasted 8 years or more. Life happens. How do you respond? And what's the person you want to become like? Think on these things. Visualize that person you want to become, because I guarantee you they are well equipped at responding and being proactive, whatever life has to offer them. Whether it's shit or shinies. Life happens. I hope this motivated you, encouraged you, inspired you even. Life happens. And there is an amazing person who responds so well and so flawlessly in your heart, in your identity somewhere, waiting to be hidden. Find them. Find them. Do soul searching and find them. And then effort to become them. And most of all, visualize them. Because as you see it, you become it. This is Jaina Jaslyn wishing you great luck, great fortune, great life, but also great responses to the shit that life hands you sometimes. Have a great day, and you be blessed.